यो भिडियोमा रोहित मैले what I'll do is I'll show you ब्राउजरमा जुनै चिज आउँछ हैन anything that comes to the browser comes to your computer. So theoretically anything that comes you see on the screen through a browser हैन मैले यहाँ I'm using the Brave browser right. So it's just like Chrome. It's a Chrome, one of those WebKit browsers. Browsers, first of all, you have to know. Probably, I mean, you know all this, but I'm still repeating. Browser is a software which is installed, which you install in your computer, which comes with operating systems many times, like Microsoft or Microsoft Edge by default. If you install a Linux, you will find some other browsers already pre-installed. Then of course you have other browsers like Mozilla Firefox, Chrome, Google Chrome. This one I use nowadays is Brave. You should try it. यसमा automatically YouTube को जति ads आउँछ it stops all the ads. So anyhow, अब जुनै चीज आउँछ it comes in the browser. Whatever comes in your browser window is downloadable. Kina, why I say this is because whatever you see in a browser window is a HTML page. HTML page भनेको, like for example, this is my Facebook page feed. त्यसमा I've gone to this group called Films for Action. If I look view page source गर्दाखेरि, I will see the lot of code that is behind it. Right? So this is a code which is behind the page. Now in Facebook they use very advanced code, but normally it's HTML. It finally resolves into HTML. Jati text these are all in HTML. If I go to a relatively more simpler website, I can see the code much clearly. So it gets generated into HTML. HTML is a language which the browser reads and then shows where all these boxes and all this writing and all these images, videos. For example, this is an image Facebook. So how does the browser put the image in this? There is a code called image source, and then it calls for a separate file. Different separate files also can be embedded in the HTML and it can be shown. But in order to see that, your file say आउँछ हाम्रो computer आउँछ. When we go to facebook.com or any other website, it will fetch all these files. They will be hidden, but they will be shown nicely in the browser where they're supposed to be shown. Right? Images are very easy to get. If you right click, usually browsers allow you to save image as well. You can save. You can save that image. So for example, I want to save this image. I save it here. Elon Musk doing a sig heil. Gone full fascist mode, your image see, it's a PNG image or JPEG image. I don't know what it's a JPG image. Browser ma jati jun image the browser supports only 4 formats nowadays. There is JPG, GIF, small sano त्यो animation गर्ने, PNG भनेर अर्को format छ, portable network graphics, which came later, and recently they have come out with yet another updated format of images, like a WebP, WEBP. So you can see from the extension of the file itself, the most of the photographs and everything is in the JPEG format, joint photographers graphics and all that. Right? So these are free formats of images which are supported by the browser, and they are inserted in the HTML as image source. So if I see on the if I right click and if I go to inspect, right, this is the code which shows this is the exact code, image img height कति हुन्छ, width कति हुन्छ, अनि यो चाहिँ source हो. So you can see that I can see the source of this. This is the source file. Your source file pani I can open in a new tab. The image. See, this is the exact address of the source file of the image, which is in Facebook server. They have different media servers. They're so big, so they put S content, FB, CDN. These are CDNs. These are huge server for serving graphics files है. So this is again I can save it as save images गरेपछि सेभ गर्नु मिल्छ हैन. तर with के भन्नु with videos like in the storyहरुमा हैन, यसमा छैन stories, but I mean you can see here for videos. Let's see here in the comment, for example यसमा एउटा भिडियो एकजना मान्छेले पोस्ट गरेको थियो यो भिडियो है, यो भिडियो this is the video right. Okay, now I can expand it. So this video is also part of the this video file has come to my के भन्नु मेरो ब्राउजरमा. So if I inspect it again, see this is where the video is, right? div भित्र. So what they do with video is they try to hide it, right? So you have to go very down to your level to find it, right? So यसमा SVG CG गरेर धेरै what they do is so that people don't download the video, they try to hide it a lot, right? So but having said that, this has already come to my browser. So if I'll reload this, right? So when I reload it, I can go to this instead of elements I go to this network. You can see all the other. You load one HTML file, it loads all the images separate. It loads a lot of images here, right? So I'll go to media, right? Let's see how they have hidden it. Sometimes they make it very difficult in this way. So you can see there are a lot of different images have loaded here. Let's see. Let's just go to that. And I think it's gone, so it's not showing anymore. Here it is, right? Esma Goira. Let's see. I can go to the exact element and I can inspect, right? So when I play it, it probably comes here, right? As one of the images. So this is one way to get it, but they make it very difficult to get this, right? So I mean I'll have to really try and find it. So there's so many images, so many code, धेरै files are answer, so it gets a little difficult, right? So you can see all the images that are making up. So I can go to media ma pani छैन. It's sometimes difficult to find that, right? Find that images are easier, but for videos it's difficult to find it, right? So there are various tricks you can use. You can go to inspect and then try to find it here, right? You can see this gets a little involved, right? SVG Bitra, then it tries to kind of protect it with more and more layers, right? So you will really find it difficult here to kind of find it. And sometimes they use certain tricks, so it's not easy to get. But having said that, you can do it actually. You can you have to give it a little time and do it. But of course, look, for example, if I am running screen capture software, then I can totally copy it. So that would be the easy way to do it. So I just have to play it once, it becomes the part of the video, right? See, I've already got it in the video. So I can also take it to a video editor and get it out of this. I know that's also possible. Sometimes you are able to save it, but here you can't save it. If you try to save as, it'll save as a HTML, right? And it won't do you any good. Okay. Tara, if you really want to, you can really go here and try to capture it somehow, right? And sometimes I do that. Sometimes for stories, you can if you can get the URL, then sometimes in the for example, let's try this story, right? For example, this one, somebody has posted this story, right? So I will try to go to this, right? It's usually they hide it a lot. Video tiles, your video class. So, see, I've got it here. So it is, I can open in a new tab. Let me try. It's a blob, but I'll try to see if I can get it here. Because that's how they block it. I know. Tara. What I can do is video ma. If I'm really persistent, I can find it. Hola. They make it as all and play it. Sometimes stories are do, I know. If I take the URL of the story, and then what I can do is I can go to the mobile mode. So let me try the mobile mode. Sometimes it's easier to capture it in the mobile mode. What I do usually to capture it is I take it to the, I'll act like a mobile. Mobile ma garepachi ayihalcha. So now I have to do is try to find inspect. I know. So I'm in the mobile mode. Sometimes it's easier to get it out from the mobile mode. Yeah. SVG. It's really hiding it a lot. This is the video, video class. So video ma, what they're doing is they're sending a blob and they won't directly allow it to be opened, but I'll try to do that. Open, copy. Let's copy the element and try to source much you blob. They're getting more and more sophisticated in trying to block it. Let's try to see if I can get this out. Oops, no. So they have nowadays, before it used to be easier to try and get it, but nowadays it's tricky. But having said that, you can always you can always sometimes get the do a screen capture and get it. Nowadays it's getting very, very difficult to take it out. So that's one way. I mean, before there used to be I used to find ways to get video directly to the file. Nowadays they're using a new way of putting it as a blob so that it doesn't save, it just plays and then त्यसपछि delete गरिहाल्छ क्या. तर it's not very difficult to get it finally, because if you know the Storyco URL, let's try this. For example, this is a Storyco URL. With this URL, maybe there are certain download Facebook story online. Okay, there might be Facebook video downloader. There is sites some of them might work. So let's see if this works. So I've got the URL. Enter video URL. So you have to try and enter the video URL, and let's see if I can get this. Let's see if it can. Unable to. Let's try and get the URL of this. Video. Okay, I want a video, right? I think these are just we need a video really, because these are still shots. So it's trying to get a video and it's not getting anything. Action video. None of them are posting videos. Francis Bacon, African Ramming. Oh, this is a video. Let's try and get this story. Let's see if this website does it for us. Now the thing is, it has to be public. I know. Maybe Suren's thing was not public. I'll try and get this. Oh, Ayata. So now it allows you to download. This might cost a little higher. This is less, so I can download this. So this is, they really grab it. They do programmatically what I was trying to do. Facebook story aaya hai na. Now I'm saving it on my desktop. So now if I play this, open. I've got the video. So it's that easy. Now your video I can easily use it and change something and change it and make it mine. Maybe the first shot can be that and I can change. So anything that comes to browser is not safe. I mean, before we used to go into now they have made it difficult for normal people. They have made a lot of fuss. What I've shown you in the code. Code majunche, if I try to do that, they have really obfuscated. The link is always there. So if you get the link, then you can use all these easy websites. Download Facebook story, search their websites. So they will go, they have written a program. It's not very difficult to write. Curl program, write you links. I can always get that data and then save it. So that part of programming is not difficult. So that is why you see there are so many services. So many people who have done it for us. Because for normal people, to make it difficult, they try to hide the code, and they have made various ways, so they cannot easily get it. You cannot really directly get to it because of how the browser is built. You can put other things on top of that, and by the time they've done it, they don't cache it. It's there somewhere in your system. You have to really look for it. It's difficult. So, but then it has to come. There is no security. So forget about it. Whatever comes to your browser, there is no security. If it is open to public, if somebody can see it without giving a password, without logging in, they can. If it's open for public, it's always open. So it doesn't matter if somebody takes your stuff and puts other things and all that, and then they claim, because you have not posted it. Legally you can always say somebody stole it, because you can show in an open court, it is quite believable that it can be downloaded. Unless you post it in your account, even your account could be hacked. Somebody knows your password, they can go into and then post for you. So all these things are challengeable by law, so you should not be worried about it. People steal it. If you come across it, you should report it to Facebook saying that, so please get it down. So saving a video, I've shown you, this is one way. The other way is really hunt for it. Now that has become very difficult to do it, as I showed you. Go on Mills Earth, you have to go in through, find this, that. But this is an easier way, just like YouTube videos, Facebook videos, Instagram videos, TikTok videos, anything that comes to your browser. Browser, it is open technology. Unless it's in an app could be proprietary. it's difficult to get into an app. They can encode it, but in a browser it has to come like a normal video format ma आउनै पर्छ. They hide it. Some sites hide it, like Facebook try to hide it and they make it very difficult so that you can, the moment you right click they delete it. त्यस्तो होला हैन, all those stupid tricks, but you can always get around it as long as you have the URL, right? So you have to know how to get the URL. It's not it can be or you can even, like right now I'm also recording my entire screen and making a video, so I could just run it, so it will run on my, and then I have to crop that video to that size. I can get the same thing. So as I speak, I'm using a software which is recording my screen, so it can record videos, and that is also another way. But you can, as I showed you here, you can also get the original video that easily. Just go to a site, figure out how to get the URL of the story in your browser, right? So which is very simple, right? You just click on it and the URL is here, right? So this URL will point to the video, and all these online sites, they will find out त्यसमा कुन चाहिँ video files they will download and give you option to download. If you want high quality, maybe you'll have to pay. If I click on this, they'll ask me for money. That's also become a business, है. Oh, हैन, high quality पनि आउँदैछ. लु, high quality पनि दिएको, HD 720px format, हैन, free दिएको है. So this is the second one. Let's open it. I'm opening it in say VLC. मजाले खोल्छ, MP4 format, that is motion pictures, just engineers group like MPEG format ko ho, MP3, MP4. MP4 is a video format, and because there is no other way to put any video in a browser, you have to put in certain standard formats like MP4, right? So त्यो format आएपछि त भइहाल्यो नि, हैन? See, now it is, are very high quality, right? Double the size, right? So I can easily take it to any video editing software and I can change it as like I want, right? So I hope this answers your question. So I'll make this into a video and put it on YouTube and share it with you, right? I think this answers all your queries, right? Okay, all right.